this is weird. Anytime you get so the Blazers are for sale, of course, and the arena situation is a little weird here because it sucks. But anytime you get deals like this, there are going to be negotiations, and there's going to be posturing and maneuvering and deals, and
Well, it's not good when the commissioner comes out and says that they need a new arena, and we know that arenas don't tend to get built here in Portland, and
so we know that there's there are business dealings and posturing and maneuvering and things that happen. It happens everywhere. It's just is what it is. But did we need our mayor and governor to come out and send a letter to the NBA commissioner? Did we need that at this stage of the game?
Probably not, but at the same time, I do appreciate the fact that the mayor and the governor, a lot of times one of the reasons we can't get anything done here is because political leadership is worthless when it comes to most things, especially sports, even though they don't really have a say in this.
You don't think they're going to be worthless in this endeavor too?
Yeah,
like this is classic Portland. We're going to send a letter and nothing will happen.
Yeah.
We're going to form a committee to look into this and nothing will happen.
I will tell you this, if there's one thing that could get politics to maybe get put aside for a brief moment and do something for the greater good, I think the Blazers would be that thing. But the problem is it would still need to be put to a vote, and you're just not getting a publicly built stadium. You may get some money like they're doing with the baseball. You may be able to get $800 million, $1 billion based on the jock tax and stuff like that. You just are not going to get the city of Portland to pay for a stadium. The people won't vote for it.
So in a letter to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, Governor Tina Kotek and Portland Mayor Keith Wilson made it clear they want to see the Trailblazers stay in the city and the Moda Center renovated.
Thanks, Tips. What a shocking.
That's what I mean.
What a bold stance.
Well, one, it's really hollow, and two, it's like
it's actually pretty neat.
I think it kind of scares people.
Yeah.
Right.
Why do you need this?
You are the one sending the message that the Blazers now that you're worried that the Blazers will.
It has the opposite effect. By you talking about it, you're telling us there's something to be worried about.
I just don't know if this stage of the game, this is the letter needed to happen right now. Like there comes a time when you probably need to play this card.
But not now.
It's not now.
No.
So Kotek and Wilson wrote in the letter, the Portland Trailblazers are more than a part of our history. They are a part of our future. The letter marks the first significant public lobbying from two of Oregon's most prominent politicians on the fate of the Blazers and the publicly owned arena that they call home.
Yeah. And by the way, it's not all publicly. That's the problem, is that the thing's a mess. It's not as simple as saying that it's publicly owned.
Well, the city owns it.
There's a partnership there, though.
Along with the governor and city's top elected officials, a group of well-known local business executives and former Blazer players and other city power players created a new group called Rip City Forever, which also wrote a letter to the governor's office this week stressing a sense of urgency. Now, again, they sent a letter to the governor, not the commissioner.
Yes.
That should tell you something, too. Yeah. Like the governor's like, hey, commissioner.
Hey.
Well, no, it's not on the commissioner. It's on you, idiot.
Look.
Leadership. So it says, quote, leadership begins with clear-eyed recognition that Portland and Oregon will need to compete with other cities who are likely already plotting to woo the next Blazers owner to their city.
Yeah.
This is the letter that was written to the governor from this Rip City group. Apparently it's got Clyde Drexler in it, Chris Dudley, the head of the Oregon Business Council, Duncan Wise, former state senator and gubernatorial candidate Betsy Johnson. You remember her and her big glasses?
Yes.
Sadie Lincoln, the founder and CEO of Bar 3, founder and CEO Kim Malik of Salt and Straw.
Well, someone's saying that they're giving off a clingy vibes to the commish. Please, please, please. But, I mean, I understand what you're trying to accomplish here. I really do. You're saying, hey, the whole community supports it. But you can say that, but at the end of the day, this is like when you raise awareness for something. Cool. Can you raise money? So we understand the Salt and Straw people want to support this. Clyde Drexler wants to support it. Big Glasses, Betty, wants to support it, right? The mayor wants to, all of this. Proof's in the pudding. do you want to spend $2.5 billion to build a stadium? Do you want to give free land to someone and then give them basically $2 billion to build a stadium and then not get any of the revenue from that building? Because if it matters that much to you, other cities, and by other cities, I mean most cities, do build their billionaire owners stadiums. If you don't, you run the risk of them finding a community that will. I still don't think ultimately that the NBA would allow that to happen. I think a lot of this is posturing, but I do think it's a little disingenuous to sit here and say that there's all this support when you're not willing to put in money. Are you willing to split the cost at least? And that until we're willing to say that, this will always hang over the Blazers' head, because without Paul Allen building Moda Center, we don't have the Blazers. They would have left. But he was rich enough that he built an arena. So the next guy that comes in, or gal or whoever, is not going to just sit there and say, we're going to play in Moda Center for the next 20 years. It's not going to happen. Within the next 5 to 10 years, someone's going to say, we need a new arena. Whether that's tearing this one down to the studs and rebuilding it, not a renovation, but an actual tear down, or I'm going to want a new stadium. And one of two things happens. Either, well, I guess three. You either get an owner that's so damn rich, Larry Ellison, that it doesn't matter. Steve Ballmer did it. He's like, okay, I'm going to buy the team and here's an arena. Or you get a public-private partnership where the city kicks in $1 billion and the owner kicks in $1 billion and he keeps all the profits. Or you get the city that pays for all of it. And if it's not one of those three, then the scary part becomes you have Vegas and Seattle sitting there, or another city, and that's just kind of the way this works.
So the letter from Rip City Forever calls on city and state leaders to consider significantly updating the Moda Center, reimagining the Rose Quarter, or thinking about an entirely new place for the arena. For example, replacing the Moda Center with a new arena at the Lloyd Center or another central city location could not only secure the Blazers' future in Portland, but would revitalize downtown and create even greater opportunities for the future of the Albina neighborhood and Albina Vision Trust, the largest restorative redevelopment effort ever undertaken in the United States.
It would be amazing. I think an arena at the Lloyd Center would be incredible. But again, if we put that to a city vote and we said it's not just going to be an arena, but we're going to rebuild downtown, right? We're making Jumptown, and it's going to go from the Rose Quarter to Lloyd Center, and this is going to be, like you said, it's going to be an 8-year project, and we're going to revamp the city, and this is going to be just the crown jewel of it. But it's going to cost $12 billion. Is it even a starter? Can you even begin to try to get people to vote for that?
I don't think so around here, but what Kotek did say, see, this is why I think it's just so hollow, because these people, a lot of those people that are in that Rip City Forever group, like, they get stuff done around here.
Yeah.
And they're calling upon local leadership.
Yeah.
This is why I think it's hollow, because local leadership then turns around and sends a letter to Adam Silver as if to sort of deflect and say, well, we love our Blazers.
Yeah.
That kind of just, you're kind of passing the buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love it, but we're not. It's on you to save us.
Kotek gets this letter. It was like, oh, crap, I got to do something about this arena. Knows what you're saying. Knows that you're probably not going to get a lot of money to do it, right?
Yeah.
So she then sends a letter to Silver. It's like, hey, don't take the Blazers from it. Like, come on. I just think that's really
it's all you have. All you have at this point is probably posturing.
So Kotek and Mayor Wilson wrote in their letter that the Blazers are in our DNA and at the center of what makes this community so special. We fully support. So this is what Kotek and Wilson wrote.
Yeah.
They said, we fully support renovating the Moda Center to become a point of pride for the Blazers and for our city. We are prepared to explore the public-private partnerships needed to make that happen.
Well, then I hope that that's enough.
So that's pretty much all they gave us.
Yes. So again,
and a letter to Adam Silver, which I'm sure he crumpled it up and threw it away.
The baseball stadium through the House bill, right, was $800 million through various taxes, right? Right, isn't that what they earmarked for it? $800 million. It's start. You better be doing something right now for the basketball arena. You're going to need at least that, and hope that the private partnership, private public is enough. That's all you can hope. Which is why I said ultimately, even if the dude was a bit of an ass, Larry Ellison is not a great guy. I get it, and he's a bit of a cuckoo. He has so much damn money. That's all. If you bring in someone that just has absolute FU money, it kind of solves the problem, which is why that's what my number one thing is. Just give me the group or the guy or the gal. Give me Bezos's ex-wife. Give me someone worth $40 billion that can drop $4 billion on a team and be like, what is it, $2 billion to build an arena? Cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then maybe the city takes care of some parking and some streets, dude, and stuff like that.
There is no way the Blazers, I don't think the NBA is yanking the Blazers out of Portland.
I don't think so.
That said, if you want an entity that what am I trying to say? I have no faith in the city or the leadership in Oregon.
Yeah.
None. Like zero.
Yeah.
So, in other words, like we've been saying for a long time, look, the NBA, calm down about the Blazers leaving Portland, okay? From an NBA perspective, they already yanked the Sonics out of Seattle. They're not going. Portland's a great market for the NBA. The NBA is not going to yank the Blazers out of Portland, except if they are forced to.
Yeah.
And the only people that can force them to are the stupid the leaders of Portland and of the state.
Yeah.
That's it. So, and I got to tell you, this right here doesn't give me any faith.
Yeah.
It doesn't help at all. As a matter of fact, it's almost like somebody said on the text line, it's like a cover your ass letter for when the Blazers leave. That's what it feels like.
I hope not.
Like they can't get anything done.
I hope behind the scenes they understand that if they want to be, they should be proactive and start thinking about, if they have to, how do we raise enough money to make this attractive enough for an owner? Because I would like to point out that Seattle fought tooth and nail and wrote a lot of letters to try to get him to the Sonics to stay. Didn't work. The mayor of San Diego and the governor of California both were like, don't take the Chargers out of San Diego. Left. The mayor of Oakland. How long did that guy, or was it I think it was a gal actually, that beat the drum about the A's, and it didn't matter. St. Louis sued Stan Kroenke to try to keep him in St. Louis, and it didn't work. At the end of the day, if you won't pay for a stadium, you do run the risk of a guy being an ass and leaving for greener pastures. So if you really are concerned about this, then you better start coming up with creative ways right now, public-private ownership or partnership, and start finding ways to earmark funds, and a lot of them, to try to help the new owner get a renovated Moda Center, or more than likely a brand new building built.
You got faith in that? Because I sure as hell don't.
I still don't. I still think it's a long shot that they leave. But what scares me is you're right. I do not have a lot of faith for them. But you know, if you can raise $800 million supposedly for a baseball stadium, we can't we can't find a way to 1.2, because the Inuit Dome down in in LA, that cost a little over $2 billion,
and it's like a mecca.
It's a mecca, so maybe you can.
Well, to be fair, they didn't raise $800 million. It's a tax.
It's a tax, but
it's revenue that they're going to get.
Yeah. So, but if they can build the mecca down there in LA, can we maybe shave that off and do like a 1.6, 1.7? And if you can earmark $800-900 million on something like that, that gets you.
Well, listen.
Get you like part of the way.
Like you said, if there's one thing that will get local leadership to actually act,
yeah,
it may be the threat of the Blazers really leaving.
Yeah.
If that doesn't get people to act here,
then nothing will.
Yeah. Because nothing really does.
No.
So that would be the real test.
Hope so. Or just get a guy that's really rich and it doesn't matter.
Phil Knight. Oh. Phil Knight.
No.
Because he's spearheading that albino
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the albino neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
I think he dumped a couple $100 million in it. I'm telling you, Bezos' ex, or Bezos himself. I don't care. Give me Elon Musk. I don't care. Just give me someone with FU money.
I just feel like if you're really working on something, you don't just send a hollow letter to the commit. You know what I mean?
And maybe they're working behind the scenes. Maybe give them some credit.
Well, then just work.
Yeah.
Stop sending stupid letters and scaring everyone. I hate Tina Kotek.
Yeah.
I can't stand her.
No tolls, Tina.
Why the hell did you guys vote her in? What is the matter with you?
To avoid the tolls, man.